Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all the delegates and dignitaries. We are assembled here for the today's US-India Business Council Conclave. This is the second edition. The first edition was through virtual. The second edition now is in the physical format. So we really appreciate the US IBC coming forward to be part of the Bengaluru Tech Summit. I think something which we are looking forward for the coming together, since US and India were a natural partners. In the Bengaluru Tech Summit, we are missing the presence of US. Though we have a large presence of US companies, the natural home in India is for the US companies, it is Bengaluru and Karnataka. So that being the case, the conclave was really missing. The collaboration between the US and India is totally, with regard to the BTS, something it was really missing. We are having the presence of the various companies as a speakers. We are getting many of the international speakers to be part of many of the sessions. Today we are extremely happy to have this direct collaboration between the India and US business conclave. So on this occasion we have our most dynamic US Consulate General, Mrs. Judith Ravid, who is here. Always she's been actively participating and connecting with us and reaching out to us. Many occasions, many a times, we are working and reaching out to each other. And we share an extremely good relationship between both the countries and as well as through our consulate generals and our department. The people to people, institution to institution and diplomacy level, the government level, in all levels we have been sharing extremely good relationship. So even geopolitically or strategically, many good reasons for all of us to come together. As well as we have on the same dais, we have US-India Business Conclave MD Ambika Sharma, who is leading this very conclave. I really appreciate your presence, Ambika, and as well as the dignitaries. I will not take much of your time. Since how over the time in the past 3 decades, how things have changed and how the relationship has built and how India and especially Karnataka and Bengaluru is being able to contribute in the terms of service. It started with service, then it scaled up to R&D, then to the products and innovation. So this journey has been very interesting and we have grown over the time and emerged with good presence now to be recognized by the entire world. And it has become really very promising to see the kind of growth, what has happened, the transition or the transformation, what has happened has been really very impressive. So further to add strength, to facilitate, encourage, enable, to facilitate in this direction, under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, he's been always leading from the front, taking up the right decision, right policy, right initiatives. That is what has led to a great transformation in the entire country. So similarly, under his leadership, we were able to implement and take it forward in the state of Karnataka also. The state of Karnataka has been always very progressive state. Always has been very progressive state. Even before pre-independence, Karnataka or Bengaluru was known for science. It was known for science. From the science was our main foundation. From science we were able to evolve and grow into a bigger level that has sustained, and we see great future as the United States has been seen as in a land of opportunity, a land of future. Similarly, in India or in entire Asia, Bengaluru is emerging as the land of opportunity and the land of future. That is a kind of scaling what is happening, how US has been attracting the talent, how futuristic the opportunities, the kind of opportunity what the students used to get. It used to be their destination and dream to pursue their education, to gain more knowledge. They used to look up to United States. For the kind of institution what has been established over there, it's been always a top attraction. So looking forward, even in India, we are trying to, particularly in the state of Karnataka, we understood what needs to be done to scale up and to ensure the talent, because the 21st century, it's more to do with the talent. It is knowledge-based economy. How knowledge needs to be scaled up. It is not just only quantity. We are working on quality. So probably all the challenges, whatever challenges with regard to sustainability, or doing right things, addressing all the challenges, whatever is been faced by the society, socially, politically, economically, in the terms of quality. All these concerns can be very effectively addressed with the right kind of education and skilling. So, working inwards and ensuring the way the things need to be done, we have brought a lot of reforms. The national education policy has become the greatest enabler. A greatest enabler, ensuring way the education needs to be provided has been looked into it, and we took the initiative of implementing the national education policy. We were the first state. In this direction, we are ensuring that state of Karnataka is a destination, not only for innovation and technology, for learning. So our mantra is now, learn, work and live. Come here to learn and work and live. So we are also building institution and enabling and facilitating the growth of the institution in a right way, enabling in the terms of the quality of learning, governance, leadership, holistic development, and comprehensively we are trying to ensure the very concept of learning has been done properly. So whatever the best practices, the concept of learning has been emphasized. So we have grown to one stage to sustain and to improvise and to ensure the sustainability over the time. The right kind of foundation has to be strengthened. So understanding fully what needs to be done, we have been working in this direction, and as well as coming out with right policies. The policy, whatever the industry has been facing, we are completely connected with the industry. There is no gap. The industry has been very well connected with the government, and along with this, we have vision groups. We have 3 vision groups, and recently we started one digital economy mission, that is the 4th one, which is completely connected. The industry is very comfortable when it comes to addressing their concern. Whatever there might be their concern, they reach out to the government through these vision groups or the digital economy mission, and most of their concerns are effectively addressed, thereby ensuring the kind of what ecosystem needs to be built. We're ensuring the right kind of ecosystem has been built and facilitated. Not only just enabling how best we can adapt. So once good things are happening, how we need to integrate, adapt, and this thing needs to be integrated. So probably in this direction, the adoption also has been happening in a very big way in education, in agri-tech, in climate, in mobility, climate, all possible areas. We want to achieve the complete ICE-free vehicles. Probably down the line, next 10 years, probably we will be the first state in the entire world to be completely electric, completely to be sustainable, electric or biofuel or hydrogen, whatever it might be. The flexibility in having that kind of self-reliance, we are working, probably will be achieving. Even the kind of research what is happening, the R&D is really very impressive in the terms of storage or the electric vehicles. So it's very promising with regard to climatic or the ethical, even the ethical aspect. We are trying to emphasize more and more how to be more ethical, because that's very important. How much ever you invent, it should not become a counterproductive. So we need to be a better place to live, and with regard to safety and security also, we are giving topmost emphasis, because the digitalization, post-COVID, the digitalization has gone into rapid pace, and digitalization is happening everywhere, and virtualization, digitalization is become the norm. So even the metaverse, you'll be surprised, madam. The electric vehicles in a rural area, they're making use of metaverse and selling the electric vehicles, electric motorcycles have been sold in rural areas by using metaverse. And already it has been used and it has been put to use and people are making use of it. So we are looking way forward, democratizing all the technology. It is not just limiting to few places. So democratizing the investment, technology is a way forward since this should become more equitable and inclusive. So to take to every part and people should really get benefited with the whatever latest invention. So Web 3.0 also, we have been promoting in a big way, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, drone, robotics, all possible area, the kind of resource, whatever needs to be generated, we are giving topmost priority, as well as the opportunity to learn. Almost all our institution, if you look at the kind of, whatever might be the requirement of the skilled manpower in the terms of blue collar or white collar, the technologies, in whichever levels, there's a great complementation or supplementation of the workforce. We have been supporting, skilling them, and creating the right kind of institution and upgrading all the institution in ITI, polytechnics, community colleges, GTTCs, KGTTI, engineering colleges, and we have come out with the right kind of doing things. So this will enable us and facilitate what is the most important is the talented workforce. The kind of supply what the industry is looking forward, not only for our state, for entire country and entire world. Wherever there is a requirement of manpower, we are willing to address all the requirement for the entire world, for the country and for the state. Because that is our strength, which we need to address very strongly. So we are always into best practices, and US always we have been a natural partner and highest trading as your numbers, what you mentioned, $160 billion trading between both the countries, are the foreign direct investments, are the company's presence, R&Ds, GCCs, GICs. The GCC capital of our country is Bengaluru. GIC capital, R&D, you name all the areas, whichever areas, we are in the forefront. So it's been very promising, and we want to further strengthen and facilitate and enable. Probably the very organizing of Bengaluru Tech Summit is to celebrate, is to recognize the kind of talent what is available, the kind of technology being developed here, showcasing. And this is a place for all of us to come together, share the advancement, and as well as recognize the good work done by many of the technologists and innovators. And how best we can address the future challenges, how we can collaborate, how we can work together jointly with regard to the startups or research. We can all work together. Now the government of India is opening up all the areas. The defense has been completely opened up, the space has been completely opened up, which was something unimaginable. Aerospace, the space, everything has been opened up. So all the areas, it is more so, our Honorable Prime Minister makes in a statement, the first right is for the entrepreneur. No country, no leader can make this kind of statement. They are the asset creators. They need to be recognized. They need to be respected. It's a message to the bureaucrats. It's been given clear message. You need to respect the entrepreneurs because they are the asset creators. That is a kind of tendency or the attitude what has been developing in our country to respect the right things. So way forward, anybody and everybody can feel the real liberal or forward-looking country or the state will be India and Karnataka. If it comes to India, it will be Karnataka, state of Karnataka. So it's state of Karnataka also, we are not trying to hold on to anything. The government is functioning more as an enabler and as a facilitator. And we are not trying to dictate. Even if you look at the very creation of Karnataka Digital Economy Vision, that shows the very example how the government of Karnataka has been functioning. So with regard to many other issues, we are willing to address and ensure all the concern of the citizens of Bengaluru will be addressed very strongly, and it will be completely from the top man to last man. It will be a completely inclusive society and a very progressive society. Anybody can dream and anybody can dream and become big. So anybody can realize their dream. It is not just limited to any few people. So that is a kind of environment or ecosystem been created in the state of Karnataka. With these few words, with regard to any other aspects, we have been willing to cooperate, collaborate, open, all our doors are open, and now, not physically, we are working virtually also with any of your startups to collaborate and work from here itself. So good things are happening, and we have been always looking up to United States in many ways. In all the sectors, we have been working together. So we share extremely more than governments, it has become more to people to people. Even much more than the people relationship have built over the time. So the governments have been following the people. So that is a kind of, even with regard to the strategically Quad, the Quad also, the geopolitical strategy, or being the part of the Quad members, we have been working together with regard to various issues. So naturally, the relationship has grown over the time and it has become stronger. And similarly, we expect the more presence of United States institutions, more presence. And we have been working in many other, even educational institutions, universities, we have been working very closely. And we are trying to bring it much more closer with regard to exchange of students, with regard to the dual degrees, with regard to training, opening of campuses. In all possible areas, we are trying to bring closer to see a great future and to build a great relationship between US and India. With these few words, I would like to thank Bengaluru Tech Summit, its People's Tech Summit, Technologies Summit, Innovators Summit, and its Industries Summit. We come here to just support, have a graceful presence, and to promote it. So with these few words, I'll stop here and wish all of you all the best. Namaskara, Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Ladies and gentlemen, during his keynote address, Honorable Minister mentioned about the qualitative work adopted in Karnataka. It gives me immense pleasure to share that under the able guidance of Honorable Minister Shri Ashwath Narayan sir, Karnataka retains its #1 position as the most innovative state in the India Innovation Index 2020 by the Niti Aayog. Thank you, sir. So now we are moving to the next part of the program. May I request the Honorable Minister to present a memento to Srimati Ambika Sharma and Consul General Jatin Ravan.